I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't know the rest of the song. I never did.
Yeah! Come to Toys R Us right now and have your parents spend all their money.
And gentlemen, this is the last visit we're going to be making to. My kids are sad because I used to bring them here.
I'm not sad.
Well, you're not
I'm
sad,
happy.
Nicholas, because I didn't really get a chance to bring you here. This is Toys R Us going out of business. What's interesting is this. This is the one in Melbourne off US 192. For the first time in the longest time, I've seen more than 4 cars parked out here in this parking lot. Even though it's going out of business, it's still not fully packed, but this is the biggest I've seen Toys R Us since the 1980s. So it looks like everybody's here to either buy the stuff on closeout or, in our case, we're not going to be really spending any money, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. The kids have a couple dollars they got from Easter, so, you know, maybe they'll get something. But this is indeed a sad day for kids and for parents my age now who remember the 80s and how big Toys R Us was back then. It was one of the few stores that had the latest, greatest toys. Prices were always kind of high compared to everywhere else, but back then you didn't have competition with Walmart. See, now it says 10% off, which means what right now? And here's some 20. Easter stuff is 20% off. You can see my son is saying this really isn't much of a bargain because they're selling these for $20 and it's only 20% off. So how much is this, Nick? $20 at 20% off.
Zero.
Well, if it's 20% of $10, that would be $2 off. So at $20, it'd be how much?
15.
No.
19?
Okay, if you round it up to $20 and you take 20%, okay, what's 20% of $10?
20% of $10 is 8.
Well, you have $8 left. You have $2 off. So if you multiply that by 2 for $20, it'd be $4 off. So at $20 and you take $4 off, how much is it?
16. I said 15.
So is that a good deal? $16 for those baskets?
No.
No, because you can get the same basket at Walmart right now for about what?
$5.
I don't know how much they are at Walmart.
Without
But
discount.
so right now,
$10 without discount.
this is dog is barking at me, and I think it's 10% off.
No barking.
So a lot of the toys here, surprisingly, still aren't really marked down that much. I think it's been about a week or so since they've announced the closure of Toys R Us. They're currently at only 10% and people are coming. So I think it's going to be a few more weeks before you actually get real what? Bargains. Because you can look here, like the stuff here, it's like $15, $20 that I think you can pick up at Walmart for like $6 or $10 or something.
I made a joke.
So that's why, you know, Toys R Us is out of business. They're not able to compete. It's not that the toys aren't any good, it's that the toys are the same kind of stuff you can buy elsewhere for a lower price. When they were the only toy store in town, you know, people bought here. But now you've got Walmart, you've got Amazon, you've got eBay. Their prices are just way too high. $40 for some of these toys. Even at 10% off, that's still not enough. So, you think you're going to be buying anything here, Nick?
No.
But
I made a joke saying, like, so they're going out of business. Next thing you know, with all these cars, we're not going out of business.
oh yeah, that we were driving here and we saw how packed the parking lot was, and my kids, Nicholas especially, was saying, "Hey, guess what? We were going out of business, but now look how busy we are. We're no longer going out of business." 10%. Oops.
What? Sorry.
So 10% isn't really that much off. I mean, a lot of times a store will have a 15 to 25% sale. So we're only at 10 or 20%, which isn't much more than a regular sale. But people are buying like crazy. So I don't know if it's just because they feel this is the last chance they can get to get this stuff, but a lot of the items are already empty. They're not restocking it.
I want to look at the Nerf guns.
So let's go take a look. Lots of stuff here, all on sale. Bargain-wise, I am not really seeing any.
I feel like a toy review channel right now.
It is kind of. I mean, it's like... But see, I'm glad you're thinking with your head here, Nick, that you can see that...
What's that?
Even though they're showing it at 10% off, it's still not what?
It's
It's not that good a deal because their price is still way higher.
Yo, 10% off of $84.
It's like a lot of this class act toys here. So it's like $80 for that little drum set, which if I do a price comparison, I'm willing to bet it's a lot cheaper online or at Walmart. And at 10% off, that's not much at all. That's like what, $8 off or something like that.
Dude,
So
no way. This
Hot
is the
Wheels?
Hot Wheels section. I love Hot Wheels. This sucks. I like that car. I like that car. I like that car. And I like that car kind of because I don't really have another say. And I like that silver car.
they want it for $20.
It's $20 and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nine
Nine
cars for $20.
$20.
So
But
almost $2 each.
usually, I don't know, maybe that is the deal. But for $15 at Walmart, you could get something like this or something.
Well, this one's also $20 for the big one.
Maybe I think this is the one I saw at Walmart, but maybe it's this because of these. They have an exclusive.
Well, look at the
decoration.
cars are only $1.09.
That's still way more expensive because at Dollar Tree they're $1, but at Walmart they're 94 cents.
Oh, so they're cheaper even without it being on sale.
Yeah.
So this 10% off, is this any good right now?
Does that even say 10% off?
Mm-hmm, right here, toy 10%. But you know what you can count on if nobody buys it in a week?
50.
Next week it'll be at what?
Half.
Nope. It'll probably be at 15 or 20 per.
I went to Dollar General.
Every week they'll keep adding on a 5 or 10%.
I went to Dollar General and I would never do this. I got 10 cars out. But that's because I spent $5 and it was buy one, get one free.
Here's some like toys, like Nerf type stuff.
Yeah. I jumped on that deal and grabbed 10 Hot Wheels.
Did you hear me that if you can manage to hold out, if nobody grabs that item, if it's not super popular, eventually you could probably get it for 50 or 75% or even 90%.
Popular, but it's not like they have one exclusive Hot Wheels.
And not really that good a deal, right?
Let's go to the next one. Wait,
Okay, we're currently at the Nerf gun section now. These are probably going to sell, although I still see quite a few here.
yeah, I mean, this is Boomco. I don't like Boomco because their darts hurt and they're not very good.
$50 for a Nerf gun?
Yeah.
Wow, this
that's
stuff's
what
expensive.
happened. Kids spend the money, so they.
This is very expensive.
Yo, I want a Nerf baseball bat. Not for baseball, but for hitting.
Can't believe the price on some of these toys.
I was looking for a Nerf sword, but I can't find any. They're like all gone.
They have a Nerf baseball bat.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's good for hitting.
The skates are 30% off.
Yo!
So why is it that some things are marked more off than others?
Because they're not as popular.
Otherwise they just sit there all day. They do want to do what to this whole store?
Get rid of everything in here.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to restock anything.
No, they're not going to, other than what they had in the back. Unless those things might have got wholesale. To bag all this stuff up would cost them more money, so they try to get rid of it.
What's wholesale?
Wholesale means somebody buys like 1,000 of them. Whatever they have in the boxes in the back, if there's like 20 of them in the back, they'll say, I'll take all of them. So guys, what do you think of the deals here so far?
Not too good.
Not too good. You gotta wait another what?
Yeah.
Another week or two? And right now you're still seeing most of the shelves are full. You know what that means? People came by, saw it, and
People are smart.
yeah, people came by and saw it and said what?
People aren't as dumb as you.
All these people stopped by and guess what they all saying, just like we are.
Dad, this is $4 here, but at Dollar Tree it's $1, like the same one.
So the same sword here is $4 at 10% off. It's gonna be $3 and something. So where are you better off getting a sword like that?
Dollar Tree,
For how much?
$1.
So look at the shelves here. They're all still pretty much full. That should tell you something.
You want toys? If Alex is looking to get toys for cheap, just go to Walmart.
Well, if you look at this, especially their electronics, it's not really any better than B4. They're not gonna, for going out of business, well, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to maximize the amount of money they get. So how much are they really lowering it?
As little as they can
Until,
until people don't buy it.
yep, see look. Evidently, the cartridges at 10% off, the video games here did do what? Sell. So people were buying $40 cartridges at 10%
I
off.
don't have them Mega
It's like
Ruby.
$4 off. $3 or $4 off.
I don't have a Mega Ruby, but I have Alpha Sapphire.
So video games for the 3DS indeed did sell out, most of them. So it seems like some electronics is selling out. Stuff like walkie-talkies and stuff are all still full. I mean, it looks almost like a regular fully stocked store. So, like my son was saying here, I think people aren't as dumb as they expected people to be. Although, you can see this worked evidently. So, they basically marked it down to $3 and the kids all got excited and bought it.
These are like...
But the question is, what is the price elsewhere? Is it the same price? Because if it is, then it is they could save a couple dollars.
GameStop's probably the best place to get stuff.
I wouldn't buy it for 10% off.
Me either.
I'd wait till it's at least 50%.
I got mine for free because my friend gave it to me.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, this looks like what's going on with Toys R Us. We're going to go ahead and head out of here. But as we can see, most of the shelves are still fully stocked. It looks like they're not really yet serious about selling things out because prices are still kind of outrageous, even though they're off 10%.